So anyway, the main event was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against Damien Priest and Finn Balor. And to be quite honest with you, we had not only did they get a little bit more time, but there was quite a bit more action in this match than there usually is on this moribund program. It was a good tag team match. They got heat on Owens, then he made a big comeback and beat everybody up.
Too many commercials.
Well, I was about to say, and then later on they got heat on Sammy or on Owens, and then Sammy got a tag and came in and beat everybody up. But again, you can't really get a flow to anything because of the breaks, the interruptions, and then also like after the first tag and Owens made his comeback, then they did a spot where the referee kicked Dominic and Rhea Ripley out of ringside, and as they were already leaving, Woods appears so he and Dominic could fight off just for no apparent reason. And then here comes Paul Heyman walking out, and they go to the break, and then you come back. I wrote, what is happening? They're kicking these guys out of ringside, but this guy comes down and jumps on them, and they're fighting this way, and here comes Heyman. And then when we come back from the break, they're having a match. Heyman's standing there, nothing's going. What? So anyway, as they were going home, Sammy got the tag for that comeback, and there was a long exchange between Finn and Sammy where Owens and Priest they vanish. They're gone. Vapor. And then something will happen. I think at this point it was, Finn Balor with a schoolboy and a 2 count, and then hit a reverse DDT, scorpion drop, whatever the fuck. And then suddenly Owens is 100 miles an hour, dives back in the ring, makes a save. And then suddenly Priest is back, and he and Owen just start doing spots. So, and then they all did shit to each other. So I guess it was a modern match, you could say. More action than we normally get. Not all of it made any fucking sense.
Best action on the show, just divided up by those commercial breaks, kills it. Yes. Kills the flow.
It's bing bang, and you get into something, and then and they have to have some type of false high spot to go into a break because they think that's going to hold people, and so then it just adds to cluttering the middle of the matchup. So but anyway. And finally, the thing was, Owens nailed Gunther Stooges were out there, and they jumped up on the apron, and he nailed them off and shoved Gunther, but Priest grabbed him and choke-slammed Owens on the apron, and then Sammy did a dive on Priest and almost hit him, and then Gunther held Sammy's leg so that Balor could drop kick Sammy and then hit him with his double stomp, 1, 2, 3. And Paul was speaking into his phone while all this was going. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 5 people at various points at ringside or involved in this that weren't even in the match or in the groups of the people who were in the fucking match at various times. It was a little busy. That was that.
They're a little busy. That was that. And that was Raw. Thank God we're done with that. What a rough show to get through. Really is.
And, here's again the problem. I've talked about this before, is that everybody's not in the wrestling bubble. And to the casual individual, sometimes if you see, like I said, if you go to a restaurant, you get rotten food because you go to a hamburger place, well, you don't want to go to that hamburger place. You're off of hamburgers in general. And the more they dilute these wrestling programs, so the less exciting they get, or in AEW's case, the more that they artificially try to make them more exciting by having everybody come out every segment with a chainsaw. And the more of it you see, the more of it looks the same, and the more of it you don't mind missing. And there's not 10 hours of quality program content for the kind of wrestling that anybody likes on the air right now in today's environment. So I have a feeling it's going to start getting more skippable.